December 7th, 1941. The Imperial Japanese Navy launched a surprise attack on the American naval base at Pearl Harbor, territory of Hawaii. 2 months later, on February 19, 1942, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066, which would result in the internment of over 120,000 Japanese and Japanese Americans in the continental United States. Educated in Taisho-era Japan, the Issei still imparted important tenets of Bushido upon their Nisei children. Ideas like loyalty to nation and friends and the warrior ethos. Japanese language schools sprung up all over Hawaii and the United States, and Nisei students would be taught from famous Japanese classics and the war epics, the Gunki Monogatari, to include the Heike Monogatari and the Tai Heike. As anthropologist John W. Connor described, the Nisei identity was a fusion of traditional Japanese customs and values and American ideas and attitudes. On February 1, 1943, President Roosevelt announced the creation of the 442nd Regimental Combat Team, immortalizing his stance on immigration and civil rights within the United States. The principle on which this country was founded, and by which it has always been governed, is that Americanism is a matter of the mind and heart. Americanism is not, and never was, a matter of race or ancestry. A part of the 442, the 100th Battalion would go to war first in Italy with the Red Bulls of the 34th Infantry Division, serving with distinction in the campaigns of Italy before the rest of the regiment would meet up with them. The motto, "Go for broke," Hawaiian pidgin for going all in as if gambling, would become synonymous with the unit, as was their shoulder sleeve insignia, designed much later, a white torch held aloft by the hand of Lady Liberty on a blue background. In September 1944, the 442 was reassigned to southern France and shipped out to join the 36th Infantry Division, National Guard from Texas, known as the Tea-Patchers for their distinct insignia. Here in the Vosges mountains of southern France, the 442 would fight its toughest battle and win well-deserved battle honors. A battalion of the 36th, during an attack lasting 2 days, was cut off and surrounded by German troops. Attempts of the lost battalion to break out and efforts to rescue them were stymied. The 442 was called up, and on October 27th, they would begin the Nisei's finest hour. They were met with immediate and strong resistance from the German forces, and immediately heroic acts of courage were enacted repeatedly. PFC Barney F. Hajiro was awarded the Medal of Honor for multiple actions, including leading a charge up Hill 617, Banzai Hill, single-handedly. T5 James K. Okubo was awarded the Medal of Honor when performing as a medic, and under fire had rescued over 26 of his comrades. Private George T. Sakedo was awarded the Medal of Honor as he led an entire platoon by himself up Banzai Hill, destroying German defenses and taking 38 prisoners. Staff Sergeant Robert T. Kuroda was awarded the Medal of Honor. He was killed on October 20th by a sniper while single-handedly attacking machine gun nests. PFC Joe M. Nishimoto was awarded the Medal of Honor. When acting as a squad leader, he led his men to destroy 3 machine gun nests. PFC Matsuichi Yogi was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross after he was killed on October 29th after eliminating a German tank, 2 German Panzerschreck teams, and a machine gun nest over the previous days. To rescue 211 men, the 442 had taken more than half their numbers as casualties, with 140 dead and 1,800 wounded. During a formation on November 12th, General John E. Dahlquist, commanding the 36th Infantry Division, stood before the 442. When Dahlquist saw how few men had massed in formation, he confronted the executive officer, Lieutenant Colonel Virgil Miller. "You disobeyed my orders. I told you to have the whole regiment." "General," Miller replied, "this is the regiment. The rest are either dead or in the hospital."